Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Deneen and this is Design by Denine. Today I am participating in a modern glam Christmas collaboration hosted by the beautiful and talented Cynde from Z9 Designs. I have a link to Cynde's channel in the description box below. Be sure to go and check out her video and subscribe to her channel and tell her that Deneen sent you. I also have a link to the playlist, so go and check out all the other talented participants and get your Christmas crafting on. I have put together 4 fun and super easy projects. And this time I've incorporated a bit of an angel theme. Here is what all of my projects look like completed. If you want to see how to make them, get comfy, grab a coffee or a cocktail, sit down, and I'll show you how. For the base of the angel, I'm starting out with a dollar store paper cup. I'm also using one of these little plastic bowls from the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 8. I'm attaching the bowl on top of the cup using hot glue. Next, we're going to add in one of these little star-shaped dishes, also from the Dollar Tree, and glue that on top of the plastic bowl on top of the cup. I'm using a leftover Christmas bauble, any color will do, and then I'm just removing the hanger. Add a dab of hot glue, and put it in place, upright. Now you can see our angel is starting to take shape. I'm using these leftover Easter clamshells to make the wings. Using hot glue, I'm attaching the shells, one onto either side of one of the points of the star. Now to pull everything together with a coat of Rust-Oleum gold. And here is my modern glam golden angel. Get ready for a crazy easy project. For this next angel, I'm starting out with the upper section of a Dollar Tree wine glass. I'm also going to be using a section of this mini parfait dish. I'm going to glue the parfait dish upside down onto the bottom of the wine glass using E6000. I've used a Christmas bauble to make this angel's head, just like with the gold one. This one's getting a coat of silver metallic. This time I've decided to do a little something different with the wings, so I'm using these leftover silk rose petals that I have from another project. This bag had both silver and white petals. I'm going to be using the silver ones. This time I used E6000 instead of hot glue just because it gave me a little bit more dry time and more time to adjust the wings. Using one section of the parfait dish, I just did 2 lines of E6000 for my wings, and then I attached them and adjusted them. And here is my super simple silver Christmas angel. This is the perfect project for those of you that consider yourselves craft challenged. This angel starts off with a Dollar Tree champagne glass. I gave the champagne glass a coat of satin white paint. I'm using cupcake liners to make her dress. Fold them in half and cut. Add a line of hot glue along the cut edge of the cupcake liner. Apply to the champagne glass so that the ruffled edge meets the bottom of the cup. Apply a second cupcake liner to the other side so that they overlap on the ends. Next, we'll apply them on alternating sides so that all of the bottom of the champagne glass is covered. Here's what the first row looks like. Alternate the following rows so that the bottom of the ruffle meets up with the intersection of the previous row. Here's what it looks like once most of the glass is covered in cupcake liners. At the top section, I'm just folding this cupcake liner over and using the bottom to cover the circular part of the top of the cup. Repeat for the other side. For this Christmas angel, I'm also going to be using the Dollar Tree clamshells to make its wings. So I'm just attaching them using hot glue onto the stem section of the champagne glass. Hold them in place until they're dry. Are you starting to see her take shape? It's almost time to add her head, but first we need to finish off her outfit. I folded this cupcake liner in half and I'm just cutting out the center section. I've placed this piece at the very top, or technically the bottom of the wine glass, to make the top section of her skirt. Repeat this process with another cupcake liner, and this will form her collar section. I attached it to what is actually the foot of the champagne glass on either corner. And now it's time to add her head. This time I'm using a Dollar Tree table tennis ball instead of a Christmas bauble. And here she is in all of her fabulousness. I really love the clean, modern style that she embodies. But you know what? If you want to add a little smiley face onto her tennis ball head, I totally won't hold it against you. I'm starting out this project using Dollar Tree plastic chopping mats. I'm going to be making a cone out of this chopping mat, so I'm using a piece of string and a Sharpie. You want to tie your string around the Sharpie. I'm just using my finger to hold down the one end of the string, and then I'm just going to use the Sharpie to draw an arc. And be careful to not let your string go slack like I just did. You don't really need to clean this up because you probably won't see it anyway, but I'm using a little bit of non-acetone nail polish remover to clean the Sharpie off of the cutting mat. And now I'm just cutting it out. I'm using this Lacey placemat that I got from the dollar store, and I'm going to just place my cutout cone shape, which is not yet folded up, on top of the placemat, and I'm going to trace around all the edges, centering it as best as possible and drawing on the back side of the placemat. Because these cutting mats are quite stiff, I'm going to use some painter's tape to hold it in place while my glue is drying. I started by folding the cutting mat into a cone shape and then taping the bottom section. And then I used a couple more pieces of tape to hold the rest of the cone in place. The cutting mats are quite stiff, so you'll probably want to pre-cut your pieces of tape before you start bending it into place. And then I squeezed a bit of E6000 into the section of the cone that was folded over onto itself. I added some more tape to reinforce it, and then I let it dry overnight. Once the glue had dried overnight, I removed the painter's tape, and then I used clear packing tape to reinforce the seam. You could probably just get away with the packing tape, but I've used both just to ensure it doesn't come apart. I ran the packing tape down the length of the cone, and then I folded it over on the bottom section. I reinforced the pointed top of the cone using clear Scotch tape. Now it's time to cut out our placemat. I've moved it onto a surface that I can glue on, and I've flipped it wrong side up. I'm using spray adhesive. Give the wrong side of the placemat a generous coating of spray adhesive, and then give it a few minutes to tack up. Keep the back side of the cone facing up so that all your seams will be in one area. Place the cone front side down in the center of the placemat. Use your hand to stick the cone to the placemat, and then fold up one side first and then roll onto the remaining side. Stick down as much as you can using your fingers, and we'll attach the rest using hot glue. It's a good idea to use a finger protector when you're doing this because the hot glue will make its way through the Lacey pattern of the placemat. I decided to reinforce the seam with another piece of clear packing tape. This is on the back side of the cone, so you shouldn't see it. Trim away any overage from the placemat hanging over the edge of the cone. I'm going to be using this RGB light that I got from Amazon, I'll link it below, to light up the interior of our Lacey Christmas cone tree. Look at how comfy it looks nestled amongst a bunch of my silver and white Christmas cone trees. I've done a lot of these cone trees, and if you're interested, I've linked the video to all of them in the description box below and above. The fun thing about this one is that you can change up the colors to match your decor.